Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Unfortunately, I used to like Mr. Poilievre, and I don't like him anymore. I tell you why. Because he proves that he is part of the matrix, is part of the system. He's not an opposition, he's part of the same game. Now, let me explain. I used to like him, but with what he's doing in this article that I will feature here in this video, really it's strike number 2 coming from Mr. Poilievre. And it's an important strike. It's not like he picks between different kind of ice creams. So when you understand the dynamics, it's very easy to predict. Now, it doesn't mean that you are able to predict 100% of the future or whatever is going to happen, but you have a high rate of ability. In my personal experience, when I think I handle a principle, for instance, the political system in the United States of America, Canada, France, Germany, I can predict with Great Britain, Romania, I can predict with about 95% accuracy. I'm not bragging. You could stick around here and see how many predictions I made that were wrong. Now you can say maybe those predictions were very easy. Could be. Now, what are the dynamics in Canada and the United States of America? The opposition and the conservatives and the liberals are just two identical twins with the same parents being the campaign donors, the interest, who are, the difference between them are different only by one of the identical twins wears a goatee, facial hair, or a mustache. That's the only difference. And I said this before and I will say it again. Let me read to you what Mr. Poilievre said. And you tell me if he is not part of the system which has the same garbage with two different faces, conservatives and liberals. It just two names, the orders, the directions are the same. This comes from Ukrinform, Ukrainian media outlet. This is Poilievre. Canadian opposition pledges to transfer over $16 billion of frozen Russian assets to Ukraine. This is the same thing the other guys said they will do. It's the same thing. This guy just takes the torch, if he wins, and goes further to promote the interests behind all of these guys' agenda. The opposition Conservative Party of Canada, he's conservative as Merz is conservative in Germany. He's going to give Ukraine Taurus missiles, but he's conservative. Of Canada has pledged to transfer, again, Merz in Germany is doing what the system wants. Taurus missiles promoted with a new torch bearer or flag bearer. The same with this guy. I will explain. So pledge to transfer 22 billion Canadian dollars, over 16 billion US dollars, of frozen Russian assets to Ukraine if it secures victory in the upcoming parliamentary elections. Got it? All right, my friends. Then here is a statement in the party's website. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre pledged that his new conservative government will provide $22 billion, Canadian dollars, worth of frozen Russian assets to Ukraine. The statement reads. Now, this is how the system works. My observation, my analysis, and I want you to pay attention to this. When the system has a liberal leaning. Why? Because when the liberals are coming to power, they are given the power. So first, it's the same garbage, two different faces. The agenda is the same. It's just we get used to the same garbage and we say, we're not going to buy this. Come on, it's obvious. Like Trudeau. Trudeau is the same as he was before. The problem is he ran his course. He became too obvious. People got sick of him. So you change your face. And you say, oh my God, it's new. Like you get a new job. It's still a job where you are a subordinate, I'm saying. You still do the job for someone else. So you're still a new economic slave, but you change the environment. Like a new girlfriend. Oh my God. And then you got 3 months, and after 3 months, shit, it's the same as the old one. Why? I'm not going to say why, but you put in, let's go back to the job example. You have the honeymoon of a job is about what, 9 months? And after that honeymoon, you realize, man, I don't like things here because they're the same. The dynamics are the same. You work for someone else and you're told what to do. Got it? For this amount of money. And you have no power unless you quit or start your own business to do anything about that amount. You're paid by someone else. And the frustration sets in. In general, some are successful people and it's different. Successful in a certain way. Success is based on your expectations and your goals. If I want to be a janitor, I'm successful. Yeah, I'm a janitor, okay? That's it. So it's relative. So what's going on here? In the United States of America and in Canada is like this. You got a system, you got these two parties. So you got the liberals. The liberals, my observation, when they come, they start infringing things. They are, how do you call that? Bringing more comprehensive, monitoring and, laws and regulations. They regulate, okay? They make it more organized. No, more laws, more organization means less freedom for you. I think it was Aristotle or Plato who said this. In a society, in a polis, as you said, in a city-state, the more laws you have, the less freedom you have because you have ordinances. I explained the difference between how my father explained to me when I was young. I think it was 13, 12. And I asked him about what's the difference between the communism and the capitalism, or at least about Americans and democracy, what we have here, and democracy over there. Remember, the communists considered communism as the highest form of democracy. Yeah, even though you had only one party, but nevertheless. All right, so he said like this. The difference is like this. In Romania, they tell you what you can do. That's it. Everything else you cannot. So you got 5 things. This is all you can do. The rest automatically, does it fit in all those 5? No, you can't do it. He said over there is different. They give you 5 things, right, that you cannot do. That means everything else you can do. Did I say the other way? So in Romania, this you can do. Everything else you can't. In the West, this you can't do, you cannot do. Everything else that's not in this falls under this, you can do. Now, if you add from 1, you can in America, let's say, you cannot do this in America. Okay, you cannot do this. You see, already I get from there and I get more here. You cannot do this, you cannot do this, you cannot do this. If I bring these things, it gets more of cannot versus you can. So more regulation, you cannot drive more than 75 miles per hour, infringement of your liberties. Or you have to drive on the right side of when you ride your bike, you have to wear a helmet, infringement. You have to, stay on the right over there. You can't drive over there. You can carry your gun over there. You can't. Instead of saying, you can carry your gun wherever you feel like. Wherever you feel like. No, you can't over there, you can't over there, you can't over there, you can't over there. Limits. But we're free. My point with regulations, that's the point. So you have this system. So you have the liberals who are promoting certain kind of regulations. And then obviously the people realize with this garbage, what's going on here, man? What's going on here? These guys are now no good. We're going to vote for the other ones without knowing that the other guys are the same master over there. And then they vote for the conservatives who are going to continue where these guys left over or left off. And they're going to continue. I noticed that the Republicans are usually stopping the infringement of our liberties, the speed. Liberals are very speedy. When the conservatives come, they don't we want to overturn this. Trump is doing it right now. But mainly, he's doing the same thing with Ukraine and Middle East. He has the same attitude. We have to reset things. But he's not going to be like, okay, man, we're the bad people here. No, we're winning. We're telling you what to do. Still, they have the same mentality. Why? The interests are still there. So there you have when the conservatives, the name conservatives come into power, they're going to promote the same garbage, but a little bit slower. And then these guys figured out, even on their sides, these guys are just sellouts. They're going to vote for the other ones, new faces. Like right now you have the baboon Merz. Merz supposedly is a conservative. In Germany, Taurus missiles sending Taurus missiles to Ukraine was opposed by only one individual. In big, I'm talking about the important one. That was Scholz, the chancellor. So everybody was, thank God, man, he's not going. They did everything else. Remember, they are liberals. This guy, okay, Scholz, the chancellor of Germany, is liberal. So his face is like, we're gonna do. And then when people got fed up, they got the counter reaction of Alternative for Germany, which got up higher than these guys. And then they say, okay, let's hijack these guys with the real conservatives, balanced, center conservative, Mr. Merz. Mr. Merz, if he's on the right, obviously he doesn't want to continue the Ukraine war. It's going to be, this is our job here, fuck those guys over there. No. Scholz said, we're not going to send missiles. Everybody else in his government said yes. Baerbock, Pistorius, the defense minister, the foreign minister, this guy said, yeah, send. He was the only one, supposedly he didn't want to. Why? Because the next one, the conservative, took the torch and now he said, yeah, we're going to send it. When I'm going to be sworn in, I don't know, 20-some or 4th of May, or whenever I'm going to be sworn in, I'm going to send Taurus missiles. So since he got the torch and the guys in charge, they got it done. They will have it done. And when this guy is going to say, I'm not going to send troops. I'm not going to, no, troops, Merz is going to say, we're not going to send troops. No. The next one is going to send troops. But the direction is the same. I understand that there are some national security, issues, or the country has a certain direction. And you can say, Emil, you just conflate here this kind of guys over there getting us in that direction with our national interest. Don't fall for that. Sometimes it is. I don't think with Poilievre wanting to get stolen money from the Russians to give to Ukrainians, as Trudeau said he was about to do, and the other guys, it's a national interest here. I don't think so. So Poilievre, for me, from now on, is one of them. And that's it. Thank you very much for being with me again today. And the same with Trump. Look what he's doing in the Middle East. In Ukraine, he's not mediating. By the way, in Ukraine, he cease for peace, or whatever it's called. He wants peace because he's in the losing side. That's what he is. And now he wants to just get out of it. So the same as everywhere. Not everywhere. In Iraq, we took a shit. Oh, fuck. No. We leave Iraq to the Iraqis. What is that? In Afghanistan, we're going to bring democracy, and then we leave Afghanistan to these guys. In Libya, we're going to liberate the Libyan people, and then we say, we don't want to hear anything. Even if you went to the apartheid South Africa in 1993, we have to do it. Where are you now? We don't care what's going on over there, man. AIDS and no. And I'm talking about AIDS, not to insult anybody. Go and see how it's hierarched in South Africa. And not only, you remember the neckling, you know what it is? It's not like a pearling. No, it's something else. It's they used to get some farmers and put a tire around the neck. The guy and burn him to death. Go and read. And that happened in Rhodesia, Zimbabwe, my friends, before, if I remember correctly. Okay. Now, if I make a mistake, my bad. But you can verify me. So again, we leave everywhere we go. We start shit. It doesn't work, and then we leave. The same here in Ukraine. We lose. You know what? You don't want. I want to mediate. If you don't understand what I want peace, man. I want peace right here. Or you don't wanna? Screw you, man. I'm leaving. Whoa! Wait a second. Wasn't Victoria Nuland in 2014 who helped overthrow the government over there in Ukraine? Wasn't your NATO and CIA bases after 2014 in freaking Ukraine? Aren't you NATO? Didn't you expand NATO towards? It's you. Where are you going? Well, I don't like the outcome, so then not me, it's you. Bye. Now, what would you do with such a weasel? I tell you, you see this? Not even this. Smack, bitch slap. That's what would be with this. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.